Just the third team foul against the USA, 7 against Greece. But they'd be feeling pretty good with themselves. They're within 5 points and with the basketball with 4 minutes to play in the first half. Let's hope they can stay around this mark or even a little closer, getting towards half-time. But losing it again, and they surround them here. We'll have a jump ball. It'll be between Efthymis Rencius and Sean Kemp.
Timeout on the floor.
We'll have a look at that again. The drive to the hoop, the block from Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, that's courage, isn't it? When you take it to, you say, all right, we'll take it to Shaquille O'Neal and Sean Kemp. It's not a bad double to...
I think you would have been disappointed with the result too, Lindsay.
Yes, it could have easily been a foul.
Easily a foul.
I think at this stage, perhaps my judgment's not so good, or a lot of other people's judgment's not so good. Everyone's expecting a blowout. But you have to respect Greece's effort here. 3 minutes 50 left in the half, and they've been able to contain the mighty United States to just 26 points. 5 points the difference, and Greece are just so good at that in the way that they are able to play tough, harassing, mean defence that really restricts the opposition, and they're able to handle the ball themselves, even such that their offense has not been that great. I've been surprised that they've taken the early shots, and but nevertheless they've been competitive there, and this is a contest.
Lindsay, the big surprise about it to me is the fact that the Greek coach has been able to shuffle plenty of players in and out and make it a contest where we've seen him throughout the tournament so far stick with 5 to 7 players, but he's getting some people in there.
I think the most important part about that is that they know their roles. Fasoulis gets the ball and everyone else knows that it's going up. Rencius gets the ball inside there and everyone knows it's not going up. He's setting screens, he distributes the ball well, gets it to the shooters, and each of their players understands their roles particularly well, and when their shooting is on track, that they're a very, very tough team to compete with, and I think they've done very well in this game.
Well, they've been playing for a long time without their big man, Fasoulis, and he's had plenty of rest on the bench. Now, if they're nice and close at half-time, expect to see Fasoulis after the half and expect to see them give the United States a little bit of cheek in this game. But that's the shot of the huge screen we have here at the Sky Dome. In fact, everything is big at the Sky Dome. That would be called Sky Screen, I think. We come here to the stadium along Sky Walk. We come in through the Sky Doors into Sky Dome and look up at Sky Screen. And they've, in fact, got a tent up here above us to make this place a little bit more intimate, which is called Sky Tent.
Well, if you want to get a Sky Screen in Australia, just put aside $17 million. That's how much it costs.
That's that one?
Yep.
Well, Rencius must have skied for that to beat Sean Kemp on the jump ball, because he's given the ball back to Greece, and Bakasius took it straight to the hole and has been rewarded with a foul from the defence. It's gone against Shaquille O'Neal, and Bakasius is going to step to the strike.
He's got some hops, this boy. Look at this. Right up, right next to the basket. Very good, powerful drive.
Cop one across the head for his trouble from O'Neal. That's the first foul against O'Neal, the fourth against Team USA. And Bakasius, who's generally started for the team, didn't start today, but is a very, very handy ball-handling guard. Bakasius can't get the second. And Sikos with a pretty good battle on the boards with Shaquille O'Neal, who had a bit to say, but only succeeds in fouling. He's going to put O'Neal on the line at the other end to shoot 1-and-1, if the referees are aware of it, because I think that's the 8th team foul. In fact, the US players are asking for the 1-and-1 now. There's been no signal from the bench. Now there is. That is the 8th team foul. It's the 3rd foul against Sikos, and O'Neal will go up to shoot the 1-and-1. Saw some more Greek bods coming back in. Papapetrou, who hasn't been in the basketball so far, the game so far, he's come in. So putting some size in there. Papapetrou's got some size, and they've got Fasoulis back as well.
Well, this is an important 3 minutes for Greece. They need to contain the United States and make a couple of baskets. It's one of those periods where the United States could easily rack up 10 quick points, make it very difficult for Greece after half-time.
At last game against Russia, O'Neal got those good numbers. He got them in very little time. Kemp with a bit of a push-off there for Bakasius. Joe Dumars, who's been pretty much contained. got a couple of shots off, but not able to make them. Reggie Miller, well, they couldn't contain him on that one. Once he gets that shooting glove on, he's very, very difficult to stop. 30 plays 22. All he can do is hope he misses, and he doesn't do much of that. Three-point shot goes up and in from Patavukas. 30 plays 23. 7-point game. 3 minutes left. Miller, they left him alone again, and you cannot do that.
That's just a drill for Miller, isn't it? He's done that so many times.
33-25. So it's Bakatsias again to take Miller on this time. It was held by Miller in rather ungainly fashion. The Greek players were up appealing for an intentional foul. Miller is appealing it himself. I'm not sure whether he's got grounds for appeal. We'll have a look at it again. It was a pretty ugly one. There's Bakatsias. He was right over his back and dragged him round. He's certainly not going for the basketball there, Lindsay. Have a look at it from this angle. He's just pulled him round by the shoulder.
You've got to say that that's as close as you can get to an intentional foul. He beat him, he got past, and Miller just didn't want to be embarrassed, so he racked him.
It is called an intentional foul now, Lindsay. They've got it 2 off the line, and they'll have possession as well. And Miller still talking about it, but, gee, talk about an appeal. I wouldn't even bother talking about that one.
Well, if that's not an intentional foul, I don't know what is. I mean, if you're still in front and you're only halfway past your man, well, you can get away with it. But
now Bakatsias again taking on O'Neill, can't score it. Just talked out of that one by the big Shaq, but we've got a 6-point game at 33 plays 27. Dumas. Kevin Johnson, who doesn't fire too many threes, gets one away this time. They've got 3-point shooters on the wings. Well, they've got one from the front here from Miller. But O'Neill grabs the board, gets it up and in, and he'll go to the line as well. He's just so big, you cannot stop him.
It's not only the offensive rebound, it's the fact that he goes up for the second, and it's almost inevitable that you have to foul him trying to defend him. There's no question about the foul. I mean, Fasoulis was just riding right across his back, just trying to stop the second shot from going up, but it was too late. Didn't bother, he still made that.
He's so emotional too, isn't he?
Can't quite make the free throws as well as he can the dunk.
Hard to get a word out of him. 35 plays 27. And Greece, now they slow it down a little bit. Play with the ball a bit in the backcourt. But Christodoulou's not playing with it. He banged the ball up off the side of the backboard. He's not even taking part in this defensive play. And he's sleeping at the other end. And Patavukas didn't even see him. Christodoulou hadn't even moved, but it didn't need him at all. Turned out to be a good decision. 35 plays 30. This time they close out to Miller a little, but they shifted into the hands of Dumas. Sean Kemp tries to make the dunk under some pressure, and the Greeks win it off him. Up into the hands of Bakatsias. So good play from Greece. They can get back a little closer on this play if they can make a basket. A minute and a half out from half-time. We've got a 5-point ball game. Patavukas in the corner. In low they go to Fasoulis. He didn't even look at the basket on that play and left it way short with Papapetrou. Kemp couldn't control that. A little sloppy, and Greece have the basketball again. Timeout called by the Greek coach. We'll have a look at that last play. Bakatsias stripped it there off Miller. Patavukas, where he had it was Christodoulou down the floor, opted to take the 3-point shot, and a minute 12 remaining. Lindsay, this is a ball game.
Of course, and I think that this is a well-judged timeout, I think, by Greece. One might wonder, with just 1 minute to play and 5 points the difference, and Greece playing well. But I think he wants to remind his players in this 1 minute, there's a couple of choices that must